2020 has been an interesting year to say the least. I mean, there are so many different things that we never suspected were around the corner in 2019. Now, with that being said, we have a really rough time coming up with the end of the year. Whether it's the election, which is a volatile thing, it doesn't matter who is going to be elected, whether Trump's reelected or Biden is elected. We're going to see some trouble. We're going to see some civil unrest. Of course, with Trump, we're going to have a bunch of protests. There's a lot of activity that's going on underneath. And we've been monitoring a lot of this stuff, and some of the groups, especially more toward the socialist side, are really pushing to really disrupt things. And I think they're going to ratchet it up coming up if Trump wins. If Biden wins, they're going to be empowered to continue to do what they're doing. And so either way, guys, we have a lot of things to look at. But also, we have potential lockdowns that are coming. With the cooler weather, and of course people are indoors more, and of course lockdowns that are possible, it's just something that we need to really look at. This is not some kind of fear-mongering. This is not conspiracy theory. This is just what we're seeing, and it's being documented. And so one of the things, guys, that you need to remember is to have your essentials put back for more than one reason. We are looking at some possible food shortages that may be coming up because of the COVID-19 lockdowns earlier this year. And a lot of the food production, is just not where it usually is. And so we need to definitely make sure that we do have food and our essentials, your cleaning supplies, your laundry detergent, the things that you use on a regular basis. You need to have those things put back, at least for, honestly, I feel like a couple of months. Have your pantry full. Have extra food on hand. Canned food is great to keep. It'll last for a long time. And just make sure that you buy the things that you're going to eat and that you normally eat. Of course, fresh foods could be a problem. Fresh meats could be a problem. And so we need to make sure that we definitely have those things set aside. Water is, though, probably the number one. Now, most of us are on municipal water, or we have a well, and we can get water. And typically we don't have disruptions, but there can be. And one of the problems that we're seeing is a lot of those on the left are actually planning some disruptions in utilities, whether it's your electricity or it could be your water source. So you need to have some way to be able to filter your water. To me, the best, hands down, is the Berkey filter system. You can pour water through it, filter water out. We use it on an everyday basis. But it's something that if you need water, and you can only last 3 days without water, guys, it is vital to have that set aside. Also, just any kind of filter system that you can get, whether it's drops of Clorox, whether it's water purification tablets, but you need to have those on hand. So make sure that you have your supplies together, because the big thing is you don't want to go out if there's civil unrest. Now, if you live in an urban area or you live close to cities, I would really consider around the election time maybe to find another location to go for a little time. Take some time, take your family, go visit some friends, go visit family outside of town, and just play it safe. There's an old saying in the prepper community: it's better to be early and wrong than late and right. And guys, if things start to happen, it's better to go ahead and take off, even though nothing happens and you're wrong, but you saved your family. And that goes with putting up food, water. It goes with getting yourself out of danger areas. Now, the other part of this is, of course, the defund the police movement, and we have seen a lot of cutbacks in budget, but we've also seen an increase in crime overall. But even if we had the police presence we had previously, they're very busy, and a lot of times 911 calls just go unanswered. So you need to make sure that you have some way for self-defense. Make sure that you have some things on hand. Obviously, we've had a big shortage with ammunition, and so that's going to put you at a serious liability. But you need to think about security, you need to think about situational awareness, and you need to keep yourself at home as much as possible, and when you're home is to guard your castle. Guys, if you don't have guns and ammunition, get in touch with somebody who does, because I know I've done that for others. I've given different guns out to different people that I know, that I trust, a little bit of ammunition just to make sure that they stay safe. Also, you need to make sure you have your medical supplies. Guys, again, 911, medical calls, you may need to be able to treat yourself for a little bit of a longer extended time. And so make sure that you have your medical supplies on hand. Make sure you have your tools, they're ready to go, and get all of your essentials, your emergency essentials, put aside, because you need to know where to get to them if something were to go wrong. Now more than ever. If you're a prepper, you're watching this video, you've already got your supplies together. But the problem is, a lot of times we don't have them in one area. We don't necessarily know where they are. So go ahead and get them organized and be ready in case you need to use them. There's nothing worse than running around looking for something that you know you need for survival, but you don't know where it is. So make sure that you're organized, make sure that you're squared away. And folks, 2020, as crazy as it's been, doesn't mean that January 1st, 2021 is going to be utopia. Things could really get crazy, and honestly, I feel like they probably will. With the big movement and the push against our traditional values and against what we really stand for. This isn't going to go away in 2021. And COVID-19, we're going to wait and see how that goes. A lot of people feel like that once the election happens that COVID-19 is going to disappear. But I really think that they're going to be able to use this to continue to direct us in ways that we've never been directed before. So again, guys, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger. I'm not talking about conspiracy. We're talking about actual things that are going on right now during this time. And this is going to carry through a lot farther than 2020. 2021 is going to be interesting. Hopefully it won't be as bad. We pray it won't be as bad. But if it is, you definitely want to be prepared to protect yourself and your family. Let's face it, guys, when you're prepared, you're not scared. You can make rational decisions, you're not panicking, you're able to do what you need to do. And while we can't have everything that we need and we can't foresee the future, it's really smart to go ahead and be ready for whatever comes down the pike. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic.